Okay, so before you start watching this video, make sure you have the paper that looks like the paper on the screen. It says precision on the top, and make sure you get a ruler. So make sure you go grab a ruler that has centimeters because we're going to use centimeters today. Now, before we start practicing measuring in centimeters, you need to remember that 1 centimeter, in between each centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. So these little lines are called millimeters. And when we measure, we want to be within 1 millimeter. So we want to be very precise. We want our measurement to be as close as possible. So hopefully this is a review. If this is new, it's not going to be tough, but you can figure it out. So get your ruler, get your paper so you're on the first problem with me. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up so that my 0 is at the edge of my first line segment right there. And I'm going to figure out how many centimeters I have. So if you look here, I guess I could move it over just a little. I'm trying to be as precise as possible. So I have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3, 4, 5. This one looks like it's right at 6. So for this one, I'm going to call this 6 centimeters. Okay, so we're going to measure the next one. So we're going to slide it down. I'm going to get it lined up as close as I can. Okay, so this one, I have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, and I'm somewhere between 2 and 3. So because this is metric, we call this the metric system, we can just use a decimal point. So what I do is I count these little lines in here. So if you look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5, 6, 7 lines. So this measurement, we had 2, so we had 2 centimeters and 0.7 of a third. So the 7 came from the line. So 2.7 centimeters. Notice on the centimeter ruler that it has a line. That's 5. So this was 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. All right, let's try the next one. And remember, you want to be precise as possible. That means get it as close as you can. Precision means as close as actual. So I line this one up. So take your ruler and line it up. It looks like my line segment is between 4 and 5. It's almost 0.5. It's almost 4.5 because here's the halfway, but I don't think it's quite there. So if I look, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to call this one 4.4 centimeters. Okay, let's try the next one. So move your ruler down and line it up so your zero's at the end of the segment. And I'm going all the way down here. It looks like I'm at about 15. So there's 15.5, 0.6. Ooh, I'm going to say that one's 0.7 again. What if I put 15.7, but the answer was 15.8? That's okay. You can be off by 1 millimeter. So if I put 15.7, but another student put 15.8, that's okay. But if they put 16, that's not good precision. So precision would be within one place. So 0.7 and 0.8, that precision is okay. All right, we're going to try number 5. So move your ruler down. If you need to hit pause, remember you can hit pause. So here's number 5. I got my 0 lined up, and I go over, and I'm right here. So that one looks like it's going to be 7.4 centimeters. So I put 7.4. If my friend put 7.3, that's okay because it's within 1 millimeter. But if another friend put 8, that is not okay. So 8 would not be good precision. 7.3 and 7.4 are both close, so that would be the precision we're looking for. So now what I want you to do, I want you to hit pause on the video, and I want you to measure the last problem, 6 through 10, and then you're going to check your answers. So go ahead and hit pause on your video, Okay, so now that you took time to measure, number 6 should be 3.6 centimeters, or you could have 3.5 because that's precision, or 3.4, no, 3.7, that would be precision. So within 1 millimeter away. And then if we look at the last ones, number 7 was really almost just 1 centimeter exactly is what it was. It was really close to 1. 8 was 11.2 centimeters. 9, I had 4.5 centimeters. And 10, I had 9.6 centimeters. So remember, when we talk about precision, we can be 1 millimeter away. That's how close we want to be. 1 millimeter away from the actual answer. That would be how precise we are. So remember, precision is our big idea. In the next few classes, precision is going to be our idea. How close can we be to the actual answer, the exact answer? Okay, so now if you turn your paper over, what we're going to look at next is how do we draw segments. So go ahead, turn your paper over. I'm going to get the paper and we're just going to practice drawing first. Okay, so what you have now on this side, you are going to draw a line segment that is whatever measurement we give you. So the first one, we just gave you 4 centimeters. So that means one end of your line segment would be here, and the other one would be at 4, and then you're going to draw a straight line across there. Oh, my line is not straight. Oh no. There we go. That's what that would look like. A straight line across there. So if I move that out of the way, there's my line segment. So then for 6.2, that means you have one of your endpoints at 0. And then we're going to go to 6.2. So we go to 6.2 would be 2 millimeters after the 6. So right there. And then you're going to draw your line across there again. Oh, my line's not straight again. Oh, there it did. So my ruler helps me out. You can do yours easier with just keep the ruler straight and draw your line. Okay, the next one, 10.5. So again, I like to start at 0 for one endpoint and then 10.5. How many millimeters after 10 is that? That's going to be 5. And remember, most rulers give you that little hint. That's the halfway mark because 0.5 is halfway. And we draw our line again. Whoops. I moved something I didn't mean to move. There we go. So I go to 10.5 and there I have my line segment. Remember, these are called line segments because they end. They don't have arrows. They're just points at the end. Okay, then 9.8. There's 0. So 9. How many lines do I have to go after 9? How many millimeters after 9? I would have to go 8. So there's 5, 6, 7, and 8 would be right here. And then I got to draw that whole segment across to 9.8. Am I there? Right there. And there's 9.8. All right. Let's try 7.1. That's our next one. So you line up at 0. 7.1 would be 1 millimeter after 7. So 7 and then 1 afterwards. And I would draw this, my line, and you will keep yours straight with your pencil and your ruler. Now, before I have you practice the other 5 that are on your paper, I have a question. What if I wanted a segment, and it just said this. It said to draw a line segment that was 0.7 centimeters. What does that mean? So if I look at my ruler, 0.7, that would be 0. So then it would be 0.7 millimeters. So after the 0, I would go 0.7. So it would be 7 little lines, 7 millimeters, and I would draw that line segment. Okay, so don't forget about that. Sometimes we forget about those ones that are just so small, they're not even 1 full centimeter. All right, so now what I'd like you to do is I would like you to practice number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 on your own. Okay, So practice those on your own, and then you can either check with a neighbor or a partner, check with a partner to make sure you have them, or you can check with the answer key, which I will have up front. So you can either check with a partner to make sure you have the correct measurements, you drew your line segments correctly, or check with the answer key, and then you're going to move on to the task. So move on to the next thing in the Canvas. So for my class, that means go back to your modules and move on. Okay,